commands of the New York State Athletic Commission. All right? Respect the rules, respect the sport, most of all, show respect for each other, keep it clean, touch gloves, okay? Come out, box at the bell. Hey!
Kamil Bednarek, 13-0. Victor Hugo Exner with a record of 11-14-2. And you heard the loud ovation Bednarek received. Bednarek representing Poland, Jerzno, Poland. I know we have a lot of Polish listeners, so I don't want to get that one wrong. But it is Victor Hugo Exner setting the early tone, a couple of big shots, maybe stunning the bigger and more accomplished Bednarek in the early going. So he knows he is in for a dogfight here this evening.
Sadiq, this is what I was talking about before. You know, we're talking about a guy in Exner, okay, who has 27 fights compared to Bednarek, who has 13. Again, a little bit more experience, maybe not the same skills, but you see what happened. He came out swinging, okay? These guys are tough guys with these kind of lesser than 50% in the win column records, but, you know, they're here to fight. And let's see what Bednarek can do with this guy. And I want to check something. Bednarek 13-0 and Ginny 10-0.
Correct, yes. Bednarek coming off a win over Ramiro Blanco in Poland back in November. As mentioned, his most impressive wins coming against Uriel Gonzalez and Javier Maciel. 1-0 on U.S. soil, scoring a first-round knockout of Gonzalo Andresen at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia back in April of 2023. And all his other fights have been in Poland. Big left-hand shot to the face of Exner. You can hear some of the chants, some of the songs. Bednarek bringing a healthy support crew here tonight to the Paramount Theater in Huntington. A bit of a stumble there by Exner. This one slated for 8 rounds. As we approach under 30 seconds here in round number 1. Under 10 seconds to go, Bednarek still trying to find a rhythm here in this fight. And that'll do it for round number 1 to Kamil Bednarek and Victor Hugo Exner. We'll be back for the second round on Fight Night Live. Back here for the second round, Kamil Bednarek and Hugo Exner. Exner in the white and gold trunks. Bednarek with the white trunks with the several logos on them. Not much separating the two in round number one, though Exner trying to establish the early tempo early in the first round, but really not much separating the two after that point.
You know, these guys came right at each other right from the first round, but they're still fighting very tense. You know, as time goes on, hopefully they're going to both loosen up, and we can see a little bit more than the wrestling that they've been doing. As you said, there wasn't a heck of a lot of damage done to either one of them in the first round.
Bednarek trying to settle into a rhythm, trying to apply his game plan, landing a couple of clean shots to the head of Exner.
Bednarek fighting a little looser now.
Yeah, definitely more in his game plan now, trying to set things up with that jab. Lead hand a lot more active.
Becoming a little bit more calculating.
Landing a
combination
big right hand
right
shot there. Much better here from Bednarek, opening things up in the second round.
Yes. Left hook that connected from Bednarek. Another left hook.
Nothing devastating yet, just much more of a clean and efficient round here from Bednarek as we box with under a minute to go in the second.
Scoring points, scoring points.
Bednarek has a long reach. Both of them do, but Bednarek using it effectively to keep Exner at a healthy distance, allowing him to set up that jab to get the hands free.
Yeah. Good shot to the midsection by Exner. Again. And again, nothing devastating, but again, after a while, they start to take the toll.
Time winding down here in round number two. And that'll do it. So through 2 rounds between Hugo Exner and the 13-0 Kamil Bednarek. Much better here from Bednarek here in round number 2 as we get a look at action from the first 2 rounds. This early
staggered him right
in
there.
The first round with Exner setting the early tone.
Fight fans, be sure to scan that QR code. Check out the official program of Rocket Fights 46 and find out when the next
Well, Bednarek settling in just a little bit more in the second round.
for Rocket Fights 47. Check out the QR code. Be sure to
Going back to his game plan, much more clinical with the lead hand, setting up the jab, creating some distance, and able to land some quality shots to Exner. Nothing hard, nothing fierce. But as you said, Danny, just enough to get some points and win the round and move on. As we begin action here in round number 3. Again, this one slated for 8 rounds. Between the undefeated 13-0 Kamil Bednarek and the Argentinian Hugo Exner. Exner in the white and gold trunks. Bednarek with the white trunks with Bednarek in the front. And a slew of sponsored logos on his trunks.
Finding him with the left. He's got a
Exner
sneaky little uppercut.
stunned. Stunned or tied up, maybe a little bit of both. But now Bednarek starting to open up, landing a shot at the body, landing a few shots to the face, and down goes Exner. Exner looked a little wobbly, and Bednarek paying it off, and he gets the fight's first knockdown. And Exner visibly bloodied up.
But he's ready to go. Looks like he got a broken nose there.
Swinging wildly as Bednarek. Sensing the moment here is Exner with another wild swing with the left. And getting tied up with Bednarek. See the blood all over Exner's face.
Exner is in survival mode right now. Oh, another
Big shot by Bednarek. And that might be it. That's it.
That's a good call by
You
Pat Sullivan.
heard the pop, and that was it. That is all she wrote.
That's it. Good call by Pat Sullivan, the referee.
Kamil Bednarek stunning Exner, and about a minute later, finishing it off with a vicious shot with the left hand to the face of Exner, and that was it. His second appearance in the United States, and Kamil Bednarek puts on an absolute show here for the crowd here in Huntington. As we get another look at the knockdowns here in round number 2.
Left.
That was the first one.
He never really did recuperate from that. That's why he was trying to tie him up. Exner did whatever he could to tie him up, but you know what? He didn't recover from that left.
And Exner knew right away. That one caught him. He was stunned. And that was it. Kamil Bednarek. Took him a little time to establish his rhythm, get into his game plan, but once he did, very effective, very clinical with that lean hand, keeping some distance, setting up those combinations, cleanly landing shots, and then eventually just proved to be too much for Exner.
Well, you know, again, it's like I said before that, you know, these guys were fighting very tensely the first couple of rounds, and once Bednarek loosened up a bit, gained his confidence, he did what he needed to do.
And I would say even before that first knockdown, there was that one shot where it looked as if Exner was stunned, and I couldn't tell if he was stunned or if he was just tied up, but you could tell he was having trouble establishing his balance, and then a short while later, that first knockdown, and then it was a downhill slope there.
Well, you know, a fighter knows. You know, he gets a feel for what's going on. In the case of Exner, I think he realized he was pretty much out of his class.
And so you get a look at Victor Hugo Exner. And certainly the evidence all over his face. A couple of big shots, and once that nose opened up, saw the blood everywhere. But Kamil Bednarek just kept coming, and then eventually landed that one shot, stunning Exner, making him lose his balance. Then the one decisive knockdown, and then a short while later, that decisive left to the face, and that's all she wrote. Let's go back into the ring with ring announcer Mark Fratto.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee in charge, Pat Sullivan, calls for a halt to this contest. The official time, 2 minutes, 4 seconds in round number 3. Your winner by TKO and still undefeated. From Gierzonio, Poland, Kamil Kubush Bednarek.
Kamil Bednarek scoring the stoppage and scoring another win in his undefeated pro campaign. He is now 14-0. Fighting only for the second time here on U.S. soil. Danny, what impressed you the most about what you saw out of Kamil Bednarek, especially what you saw in the second round?
Well, again, you know, he gained his composure, okay? Bednarek gained his composure, and